Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is going to be about the future prophecy of jobs being lost. Okay? There's going to be many job losses in the time to come. Okay, very few work is going to be available for the masses. Okay, and the reason they want to do that is because of, and when I say they, I'm speaking about the Edomites, the elites of this society. The reason they want to do that is they want you to be 100% dependent upon them. Okay, this is the goal. So what they're going to do when they do that is offer you something called a UBI, a universal basic income. Okay, see, so you can go look up a universal basic income. A universal basic income is basically where everyone gets an allowance. Okay, because if you're not working, you can't make money, and if you can't make money, then you need welfare, and that will be the welfare system for the masses at that particular time. This is where Esau is going. So I'm going to play this video. But before I play this video, I want to read Ecclesiastes 12. This is Ecclesiastes 12 in verse 1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, and the evil days are on their way, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Right? Because there's going to be a time when what you're doing now and the fun you're trying to have now is not going to be pleasurable to anybody. Why? Because it's going to be so much hell out here. You're going to have trouble finding food, finding resources. There's going to be mass death. Okay, so of course you're not going to have pleasure in being of the world in that time. Okay, and that's when the Lord is going to close the doors of mercy. All right, so you have to get with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai before that time. You have to serve the Lord before that time comes. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Now, who are the keepers? The economists, because the word economy means the keeper of the house, okay, or to keep the house, okay. The economists, these different people that see what's going on, okay, right? See the future, so to speak, in the economy, in the jobs, and you know, and things of that nature. Mainly the economy. They see that something terrible is getting ready to happen. Okay? And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. What does the grinders represent? The workers. Okay? The workers shall cease. All right? And this is how we talk as Israelites. We talk about when we're working or we're hustling, we're grinding. Right? Because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, so meaning they're looking at the future, and the future is very, very dark. Okay, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay, you're not going to see any city workers. You're not going to see people driving buses like that. There's going to be a certain event, okay, or a series of events that's going to bring all these things to a halt. Okay, just like the C-19, you had the people working at home and things of that nature, and they were collecting a CERB and different things because of that one event. Okay, and we told you the next major event is gonna make that event look like a joke. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. They're not going to be riding down the street in their BMW blasting music and having fun. No, trust me, the people's mindsets are going to become serious. It says, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail. Meaning what? Your dreams and aspirations, man. The Lord is going to make them fail. People are banking in this place, banking in the future of this place. There is no future for this place. The Lord is getting ready to bring this society to a complete halt, because man go to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or even the silver cord be loosed. Matter of fact, let me do something here. I'm gonna stop at 5, but I want to see what that says in the NIV or NLT. Let's look it up in the NLT rather. All right, so the days of having fun, things of that nature, is coming to an end. You know, we're coming into times where people are gonna be struggling to survive. You know, and they're gonna beg the government for help, and that's what they want. It says, remember him before you become fearful and falling and worry about danger in the streets, because your hair turns white like an almond tree in bloom, and you drag along with energy like a dying grasshopper, which they're going off on this. Okay, it didn't say that. Okay, and the cranberry no longer inspires sexual desire. Remember him before you near the grave, your everlasting home, when the mourners weep. Well, they sound like they remixed this, man. It sound like a remix. That's why you have to filter these translations out. Okay, these translations go off too. But anyways, the point is that hard times are getting ready to come, you know, and like I said, Esau wants you to depend on him. He wants you to lean on him. But the elect, no matter what Esau does, no matter what Esau brings forth, right? He's not going to. The elect is not going to lean on him. Okay, we're not leaning on Esau Edom. Matter of fact, let me try to find it. Okay, so it's Isaiah 10. Oh, you know, because I'm on the NLT, that's why it's not popping up too. So, Salakia, give me 1 second. It's Isaiah 10 and 20. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. Okay, what does it mean to stay upon? It means to lean upon him. Okay, but shall stay upon Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. Okay, this is who we're going to trust in. In truth, this is who we're going to trust in. We're going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what the elect is going to do. These jakes, even a lot of these jakes that claim to be Israelites, when the things get real rough, they're going to be saying, where FEMA at? Where FEMA at? Like they were saying in Katrina. Okay, you will be tested, man. You will be tested. All of us are going to be tested. Okay? You see? And Esau is going to set up a very, very serious situation where the majority of the people are going to just turn to depend upon him. Okay? Absolutely. Now, I want to read this. And then I'm going to read some of the points of the Communist Manifesto. Now, what is communism? Communism, because they always demonize communism, right? These Edomites, showing you these Edomites are a bunch of devils and hypocrites, because what they're doing, they always were demonizing communism in China and Russia, so on and so forth. But what they're setting up is the ultimate communist system worldwide. That's what they're trying to set up. Showing you these people are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites, man. Okay, that's why the scriptures say the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Anyways, it says communism is a political and economic ideology that positions itself in opposition to liberal democracy, which is supposed to be what? Freedom of choice, freedom of speech, so on and so forth. But you can see they're doing away with that. And capitalism. okay, which is being able to privatize and ownership of different companies and institutions, so on and so forth. It says advocating instead for a classless system in which the means of production are owned communally and private property is non-existent or several curtailed, which means what? Everyone is going to be basically on the same system. There's not going to be a middle class, a upper middle class, and so on and so forth. Everyone is going to be on basically the same system for the most part, the same level, same class for the most part. And you're going to have certain people that are going to be a bit higher based upon, maybe certain things that they've done, certain, things that, that they've done to show their allegiance. But as soon as they step out of line, they could send them right back down to the lowest class. This is the kind of system that they're setting up. It says communism is an ideology, is an economic ideology that advocates for classless society in which all property and wealth are communally owned, right? So you're not going to be able to climb up the ranks and become wealthy. No, that's not going to work, okay? You're going to be nothing more than a worker bee for the elites, okay? Instead of being owned by individuals. Visions of society that may be considered communist appeared as long as 4th century BCE. Modern communist ideology, because when you go back in the ancient world, people weren't going to accept no madness like that. All right? It says modern communist ideology began to develop during the French Revolution. Okay? Yeah, when these Edomites were in rulership, these devils came back into power after around the 1400s with the Renaissance period. And these devils, these damn Edomites, they push out all these evil, oppressive things, man. These overtaxing, tickets for every goddamn thing, not wearing a seatbelt, this, that, and the third. So these devils are man, they just need to be taken out, man. And it's a seminal tract, Karl Marx and Frederick Engels' Communist Manifesto, which we're going to get into that, okay, was published in 1848. Communism was pitted against capitalism, which relies on democracy and production of capital to form a society. Prominent examples of communism were the Soviet Union and China, okay, which China was created by the Edomites, okay, the so-called white man. He came and set up that communist system in China. Before, China was a traditional society, okay. I believe it was Mao Zedong and them that came and turned China to what it is, which is nothing more. And China's on a way higher level of oppression than the Soviet Union, which when I say that, I mean Russia. Okay, China's on a way more oppressive level. Because they have a digital system going on. They've digitalized the system, which is what Esau wants to do all around. So that's nothing more than a beta testing ground. China is nothing more than a beta testing ground. It says, while the former collapsed in 1991, the latter has dramatically revised its economy to include some capitalism. Okay, so that's it on that. So basically, they don't want you to be able to climb up the ranks or to get ahead in any way. They want you to continually, perpetually be on that same low level, that same low class. This is what Esau's coming in with. Now, when you look at the some of the goals for the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx, all right, it says, Salaki, give me a second. It says abolition of property in land and application of all rents of land to public purposes. Meaning what? They're going to take the land that a person may own, the land that they may own, the house that they may own. That's no longer going to be owned by them. It's going to be owned by the state. Oh, but I paid for this. No, it doesn't matter. Now it's owned by the state. Okay? You're nothing more than a renter in this place. See? and they might move you to a 15-minute city. Okay, it says a heavy, progressive, and graduated income tax. So they constantly want to increase the taxes constantly. So they want to squeeze you out, man. They want to fully oppress you to basically, you know, when you have a rag and you wring the rag and you take all the last bit of water that's in the rag out of the rag. This is what these elites want to do to the people. It says abolition of all rights of inheritance. Oh, they oppress a man and his heritage. Man, boy, this devil here, boy. Man, this devil gotta go, man. This devil gotta go. It's Micah 2:2. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. And this is what they're getting ready to do. They're ready to take these people's properties, man, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And this is what these Edomites are planning on going full throttle with. They already done this. They've already done this to the Israelites. They've already done this to the Gadites, the kingdom of Judah, right? They've been doing this, but they're getting ready to set up a system where they can perpetually do this to everybody, including their own people. So when we say that these Edomites need to be taken out of power, man, you see why. Okay, you see exactly why we say that. Now, what did what's his name? Was it Yuval Noah? No, it was Klaus Schwab who said this. He said you will own nothing and be happy. Okay. So it says confiscation of property of all immigrants and rebels, which they could label anybody a rebel. Anyone who's going to be against their system at that time or what they're doing at that time is going to be labeled a rebel. Okay? And plus they have all these immigrants flooding into Babylon. Okay? And a lot of them are going to be taking people's properties, man. Right? It says, so they could take it from the people who own it, and then what? So then the government will come take it from them because they're immigrants. It says centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of national bank with state capital and exclusive monopoly. Centralization of the means of communication and transport in the hands of the state. Extension of factories and instruments of production owned by the state. The bringing into cultivation of wastelands and the improvement of soil generally in accordance with common plan. Equal liability of all to work. Establishment of industrial armies, especially for agriculture. Combination of agriculture with manufacturing industries. Gradual abolition of all the distinction between town and country by a more equable distribution of the populace over the country. Free education for all children in public schools. Abolition of children's factory. Why? Because they want them to be indoctrinated, you know. So the abolition of children's factory, labor in its present form, combination of education with industrial production, etc. Okay. All right, which they might not make. I can't see Esau giving no free education anyway, man, because Esau wants to charge for everything. Everything Esau wants to charge for. Everything has a price when it comes to Esau Edom. All right, but what I want to get is Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra 67 and Second Ezra 16 and 67. It says, "Behold, the Most High Himself is the judge. Fear Him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble." Okay, this is dealing with the ones that trust in Him, that lean on Him and not on the government of Esau Edom. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." See, so these different troops that are going to come, they're going to be coming with wrath. They're going to be coming with a cold, evil spirit on them. Okay? And they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols, right? So they're going to feed you with, they're going to lock you up and you're going to, eat whatever they have, if they have bread and milk or whatever. Like when you go to prison, right? They feed you what they got, right? Because you're going to be sitting there idle, meaning you're not going to be able to go anywhere. You're not going to be able to do anything. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. And if you consent and do what they tell you to do, well, the Lord is going to destroy you, okay? And in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And you get the rest of this. They shall, verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste, and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Okay, and this is not just going to be for the men of the elect. That's not just going to be for those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. A lot of people are going to be going through that. A lot of people. Anyone who's in opposition, man. You're going to see that Esau's not playing around, man. Okay? You're going to see. And he's going to be very, very heartless in that time. The Lord is going to put an evil spirit on the troops and on these leaders to be cold-blooded, man. Put people to death, lock them up, torture them. Okay? The guillotines are coming back. You see? Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Okay. And Trump said he wanted to bring back firing squads and this and that and the third. Well, guess what, man? Hopefully Trump gets back in, because Trump, I believe he might be very well used to set up so-called order, which the Democratic Party and Biden was set up to bring complete chaos and freakism. But then they might use Trump, and they're going to have a lot of those Edomites rallying behind. A lot of people in general, not just Edomites, even Jake now. They want Trump back. Okay? They're going to be rallying behind this guy, and this guy's going to come with the harshest draconian laws you've ever seen in your life. You never would have thought would have been possible in 2024 or whatever, whenever he comes into office. Okay? It's about to get bad out here, man. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 14. It says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Clearly there's a perverse spirit mixed in Babylon. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right, ain't gonna be the CEO is gonna be out of a job, and the janitor is gonna be out of a job, man. This is how it's about to get out here, man. Okay, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror. And the Lord, in that time, the Lord is going to put a spirit on the Israelites, man. Especially starting with the kingdom of Judah, and they're going to get real rugged, man. Okay, they're not going to be like how you see them now, all simple-minded. They're going to get serious. Okay, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. Yeah, and they're gonna stop just staying in their little neighborhoods and destroying their own little neighborhoods. They're gonna go to visit you Edomites. Okay. All right. So that's the point, man. And a lot of these things one of the main things that's gonna cause a lot of these job losses too, which like I said, when a person doesn't have a job, he can't make money. If he can't make money, how is he gonna eat? And one of the main things that's going to make these people lose their jobs is this goddamn AI, man. Okay, you see this Amazon Fresh thing? Oh, listen, this is not just going to be Amazon Fresh. This is supposed to be coming to all these stores. All these stores are going to start to change to this type of way. Because first of all, they have the biggest overhead in a company is what? The employees. And these companies are all in competition. You think if this person is saving 50% of their expenses, well, I'm talking about the owners of Amazon Fresh. If they're saving 50% of their expenses, and then you got another store, and they see that they're saving 50%, and that store is struggling to make ends meet, don't you think they say, oh, man, shit, man, I can increase my profitability by 50%? Goddamn, of course I'm going to do that. You know, and then they're going to have a Zoom meeting with the people and tell them, listen, you know, this was hard for me. I cried all night thinking about this, but we're going to have to let you go. Okay? Why? Because it's all about the Benjamins, baby. All right? Let's go.
Right there. Scan it. Go through. Right? Grab any one of the products here. There are over 1,500 sensors and cameras everywhere. Alright, so now we just gotta grab what we need, which I really don't even know what I need at the crib, but we're gonna see, man. Yo, Alvin, if you need anything, man, you know, you can scoop anything up. You know what I mean? For your time.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey.
Alright, let's get this. Always pick up your bread. Ooh. They even got skincare stuff, bro.
They got price check there too.
Yeah. Cool. I don't even know how it works. It's no way.
Okay, perfect. With Alexa, you can ask basically.
So that was one employee, but look how much employees have lost their job, that they don't need in this store. Those people are basically mostly there to maybe stock up or to help people with how this store works. That's pretty much it. Now the 99% of the other people that would be working at a grocery store are not there. So that's major job losses that's get ready to come. So anyways, let's fast forward.
My circle.
Yeah.
There was a $10 off coupon that she scanned for me, which was nice. And then I just scanned this QR code. And then we could walk out.
What?
And that's all she wrote. You grab what you need and you get out.
And I noticed that even and Jake doesn't know what the hell is happening. Jake he thinks it's cool, you know. So when and I noticed at Walmart, that's what they're doing with all their stores. All their stores have that self-checkout, right? But soon it's going to be this type of system where you just put it in the cart and it calculates everything. Yeah. All right. Which is going to lead to what? The MOTB, the mark. Okay. This is Revelations 13, verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, a charagma, which is physical, which is the micro C-hip, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which Elon Musk was just he just started human trials for the brain implant. So hey, okay, he's one of the juiced in, the devils that are juiced in and part of to set up to set up this system as well. Okay, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So it all goes into buying and selling. See how he's putting that in the cart and he's using his phone? Soon that's going to go from his phone to his hand. Okay, and you're not going to be able to buy anything. You're not going to be able to put anything in to leave right? You could gather all the things you want, but you're not going to be able to leave unless you have that mark. All right? And that's when the true testing is going to come in. That's when the hour of temptation is going to be upon us, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.